Oh, good evening. Let's just put that up and do it all like that. Good evening, everyone. Although I'm here on my own at the moment. As soon as people come in, I will start properly. I hope everybody's okay. As you know, last week we didn't do one, obviously for the reasons that the Queen died a few hours before we went on air. So it was decided that we would not do anything that night because it wasn't right. So, what's been going on? So it's been a couple of weeks since we had some figures in, but things have been ticking over quite nicely. We had 1,503 views last week. That's pretty good. 6 new subscribers. So if you're one of the new 6 people to the channel, welcome. And I hope you enjoy the content that we put out. So what have you been watching? Well, coming in at number 3 was the unveiling of All the World's A Stage by Slade, the box set. And I can tell you now, I've listened to it all the way through, and it's pretty damn good. I will be doing a review of it at some stage. But with other new stuff coming out in the next few weeks, I might just pop it on at some time. That's a future review, definitely, at some stage. And it might be even an impromptu one. Who knows? Yeah, so coming at number 2, which I'm surprised at, because I did slate some of these albums off. I did get some stick over this. Good afternoon, Mick. And that was Captain Beefheart, 130 views. Someone told me I got it all the wrong way round, but that's just how I listen to it. And so coming at number 1 last week, it's probably the most popular show that Richard McCook and myself have done, and that's our top 10 number ones. 207 people have watched that. That was an absolute belter to do. Really enjoyed that one. So what's about them in the month? Well, in the last 28 days, 5,885 views, and we picked up 23 new subscribers. We're averaging about 26, 27 a month, which is pretty good. So the top 3, coming in at number 3, way back from, sadly, when we was doing the you'd have to apologise. Before we go into the top 3, as you can notice, Rocky is quiet because he's got a chew. It's about that wide, about that long. That'll keep him quiet. I brought it for him today. Keep him quiet. Yeah, going back. So going back to the Platinum Jubilee week. It's still been very popular. That's Cliff Richard's top 20 with 150. Coming straight in at number 2. Again, it's the top 10 number ones from the 70s from yours truly and Richard McCook. That was 207. And for some reason, Status Quo's number 1 were 229. So that's the 28-day tally. What about the whole thing since we started? Hi, Charles. How are you? So the channel has now got 103,103 150 views. Pretty good. 533 subscribers. We are starting to make an impact on YouTube. No change in the top three. Jethro Tull, Derek Riggs Artwork, and Status Quo. Now that one nearly stands at nearly six. It's 5,949. Good evening, Stephen. Battle of the Bands that debuts last week was won by The Who. And as we can see, we've got a new one today, of course, being Thursday. This one was a bit different, wasn't it? It was the Small Faces against the Faces. Well, basically, it's the same band without Steve Marriott and Jimmy Wishton. And they brought in Ronnie Wood and Rod Stewart. Looks like Small Faces are winning at the moment. So that's what's been going on. Now, next week is going to be a little bit different. Monday, there'll be nothing on the channel at all. That's because it's Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II's funeral, and so I was showing some respect and think I won't be doing anything. But don't worry, I'm going to do something on Sunday. So what I would normally do on Mondays is now going to be on this week will be on a Sunday. So on Sunday, we will have part 4 of the Vangelis story, and we're going to look at the very short career that he did with John Anderson. So we're going to look at John and Vangelis on Sunday. Classic album review. There's a great album and a tragic album, because soon after this came out, sadly, they were in a terrible plane crash. We're talking about Lynyrd Skynyrd and the album Street Survivors. So we'll be having a look at that album. Monday, of course, is nothing. There'll be one picture put up on the community channel, and that's it. So we'll be back on Tuesday then. And Tuesday we have got an album ranking. Well, it's an album and EP ranking of one of the newer bands from the UK, rock bands, called Creeper. Now, I've been listening to them for a little while, and I think they're a terrific band. They do some really good stuff, so I'll be ranking their 2 albums and their EPs together, because the EPs are quite good as well. I didn't want to leave them out. Retro ranking next week. We've got the master of the slap bass himself, Mr. Mark King, and his band Level 42. And then next week's marathon is sort of the part 2 of Alice Cooper, because I didn't do it all in one go, because it's quite a big discography. So on Wednesday we'll be looking at the solo career of Alice Cooper. And it takes us round to Thursday again. And next week's Battle of the Debuts, it is 2 chaps from a certain band called Deep Purple. One left in 73, the other left in 75. So we have got Ian Gillan and the Ian Gillan Band against Rainbow. When will we win that one? Album artwork next week. And after the last few weeks of me slating this band off with their brand new album, I thought I would turn the tables and do something a little bit more, giving a bit more praise. I'm going to be looking at the album artwork and some of their EPs of Muse, because they have got some really decent album covers and artwork. Then we'll be all back here for Yes, it is a great album. Then we got, of course, next week's live stream. It won't be long before the BST becomes GMT because we still do this weird thing in this country and do our clocks. I don't know why now, but there you go. Then it takes us to next Friday. And it's live album ranking. And we're going to look at the live albums of one of my favourite bands, Foreigner. And then we've got a new album review as well. And this is not a brand new, it's a brand new album, but it's a live album. And I've been listening to it all week and it is brilliant. And it's Steve Hackett's latest live album, Genesis Revisited, which is Seconds Out and More. So basically they went on tour and they did the whole of the Seconds Out album plus a few. Yes. No, Charles, he's not on sleeping pills. He's got a chew. It's about that thick and about that wide. That'll keep him quiet. He had a funny week. He lost to sit under here, and the other day, for some reason, he got caught up in the wires. And when I left to went into the kitchen, Rocky's one of them dogs that likes to follow me everywhere I go. And I was barking and he'd wrapped himself up beyond the wires and he started to panic. So I had to unwrap him. Silly boy. Okay, so that's what's happening next week. So it's we start on Sunday and Monday's a day off, so we watch what's the funeral and that, and then we're back on Tuesday. So just going to change your day around. Plus sometime over the weekend. Now it depends what time it comes tomorrow. We're going to do another unveiling. I'm not going to tell you which one, but there will be an unveiling this weekend. So let's have a look at the work in progress. What I've been listening to. I mean, I haven't listened to too much this week because today I've actually been to a family funeral myself. So had one or two bits to do this week and various other things. So I'm up to date with Simple Minds. I've just got to wait for their new album to come out on the 20th of October, something like that. Shawaddy Waddy, I've listened to 8 of the 14. Oh, it's time for a drink. Now, this is one of Brewdog's, and it's called Traffic Jam. And it smells of strawberries and lime. Oh, it's quite refreshing, actually. So where we get to, so the next band I've listened to is Foghat. I've listened to 10 of the 17, so I'm getting through them. Fu Manchu, 8 of the 12. Suede, 6 of 9, but that will be done later at some later stage because Suede have got a new album coming out coming out in October. AC/DC or Led Zeppelin? I like them both. Two different genres, though. Chicago, I've listened 12 of the 26. I've got to the stage. I'm now listening to the after Terry Caff left. So this is a struggle for me. Steppenwolf, I've listened to 3 of 13. Dead Can't Dance. Now, this is a band I'd never heard anything on. I've listened to 4 of the 9, and I love it. It's a bit different. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. This is like my next Captain Beefheart, really. I'm really struggling with these. I've listened to 4 of 17. Jonesy, I've listened to 3 of 7. Yep, you're right there, Mick. It just isn't. I just don't can connect with it. But there you go. Helios Creed, 5 of 23. Quite enjoying that. I've really got used to the sound. The Straubs, we've listened to 4 of the 24. Gordon Giltrap, I've listened to 6 full albums, but his first 2 albums are nowhere to be seen. I mean, I can buy them if I want, but I have found the first 2 albums on YouTube. I've found some of the songs, so I shall sort of listen to them. But I'm enjoying Gordon Giltrap. Stereophonics, I've listened to 4 of 12. And when it comes to Rolling Stones solos now, I'm now up to Ronnie Wood, and I've listened to one of them. Listened to one of the albums of Saracen, which was a request from one of you guys. Listened to one of them, and Palace, which are a really good band. So what have I completed this week? Well, I've completed the Richard Wright solos, Keith Richards, Pierre Morland's Gong. I've gone through 3 phases of Gong. I've got the ones where there's 1 albums to do, and then we've just got Mother Gong. So that'll be coming up after Rick Wakeman. I've listened to all the Journey albums, and I threw one in, a very short one, and that's because I watched an album ranking of this band on SOT, and it's Cinderella, and I love Cinderella, so I threw that in because I can. And there's only 4 albums, so I've listened to them this week, and I've listened to all the Alan Parsons solo albums. So Alan Parsons and the Alan Parsons Project will be coming up. Yes, I'm just seeing what Charles says. The latest album is Back to Form. I can confirm that. There is a video on it when I reviewed the album, Charles, if you can find it. I'm sure Dave will be able to put the... Oh, good evening, Joe. Hope your throat's all right. I did sorry I haven't messaged you. It took me a little while to respond. We've had apart from all what's going on nationally, we had a death in the family ourselves. So, and I've been to a funeral today. So I have responded now. Just give me a call when you're ready and your throat's up to it. Yeah, Alan Parsons are pretty cool. No, Cinderella didn't put a bad album out. I have got my favourite, but the others I think they're all as good as ever. If he said that in one go, I can't believe it. You greedy animal. He's demolished it. What a gutsy animal he is. Yeah, a lot of people don't, Stephen, but I like I'm a big fan of Steve Rothery, so I like just listening to his stuff. Okay, Joe, no problem. Yeah, I've been to a funeral today. Hang on, go on and go and have a drink. We'll go and have a drink now, and then the next thing. There he is. Peering over the thing. I love script. Once this Holidays in Eden one is out, I'm going to start review. I'm going to start doing a sort of review of the box sets, because the box sets are pretty good. Might start putting them in when we start the new thing, because it sort of comes under through the camera, because the box set is not just music, it's always got documentaries and always put on a concert of some sort. So I might add them in. I don't know yet, but I will be redoing something on that. Yes, I haven't done much listening. Next month, though, we have got 2 birthday top 10s to do. There's mine on the 9th of October, and we've got Charles's coming up on the 17th. The response to the one I did for Gary, who's not, I haven't spoken to him, but he's doing apparently. Leavings do rule. I mean, Lee spoke to him and he's doing all right. So hopefully I'll give him a text this week, see how he's doing. But I think he did appreciate the top 10. And he did like the pick of the pops. So, and we got away with that. I had no copyright things. So when you get it, you'll get the rundown done on the not half pop pickers, which was a lot of fun. I'll only do it for them. I won't do it for any other top 10s, but I think. Yes, if you're thinking about the news show, yeah. Winger and Dokken. Whoa. Now I like the proper Dokken back in the day, but poor old Don's vocals are shot to hell now, and he doesn't sound too good. Winger, yeah, they were good in the day. An hour before it's dark, yeah. But the new Holidays in Eden one should be coming to me. Also, if I can find it, I put that stuff up. No. Should be around here somewhere. I was only listening to it earlier. What have I done with it? I was going to show you something, and I can't find the damn thing. As you can see, I'm really organised today. Rocky's found it. Now, here's something that doesn't come out until, well, it's in Canadian, but it comes out on the 30th. A band that they contacted me many, many moons ago. And they've sent me this before it come out, and we will be doing it, obviously, when it comes out. They're hopefully going to get an interview with the band. But if you want to go and listen to any of their stuff, if you've got Spotify and on YouTube, you can go and listen to it. But I'm going to review this for them. It is absolutely really good. I really enjoy that. If you like this, it's a mixture of grungy rock, really good stuff. Rocky wants to know what's he doing? Come here then. No, come here then. Come and say hello to people. There he is, the main man. So everyone wants to say hello to you. Good evening, Richard. Yeah, Guess what, Richard? Guess what was the most viewed video on my channel last week? It's the one we did. Some really nice comments, which was nice. Yeah, Richard, sorry I haven't got back to you over your what you put. Yes, the person in question, he just I'm gonna do you a longer email tomorrow, Richard, but what you were telling me about is happening on my channel. Yeah, be a private email. Yeah. Yes. I've been having the same problems, and you're absolutely right. Dave and myself have had conversations, and I'll let you know what we said tomorrow. I'll send you an email tomorrow. So I'm just catching up on what you're putting. There's me waffling on. Oh, I don't have a look. Anything I've missed. The Final Fish album, even I can't remember the blooming name of it. It's a weird name. I have reviewed it as well. How bad's that? Dave, what's Fish's last album? Because it's bugging us all. No, oh, it's gone from me. Dave, go and look it up. Memory loss. If he thinks he's having more treats after eating that, the greedy goat, he's not. That's it. Good album. Yes, the albums behind me this week are all themed on the 70s, because obviously we did the 70s thing. And on the corner we've got Jesus, also known as Mike Oldfield. The very first Whitesnake album. The Australian import of TNT. Machine Head. Bit of Wish You Were Here. And the Black Rose from Tin Lizzy. Clutching at Straws. I think that's Clutching at Straws. I think that's a better album than Misplaced Childhood, actually. I definitely defer. Oh dear, poor old Alan. Has he been naughty? It's a shame, because he next month he's asked me to do Bucks Fizz. So you'll have to tell him that Bucks Fizz is coming up in October. Very strange. But that's YouTube for you, isn't it? Is it just a temporary one? Well, no, Alan's actually on my Facebook page, so he's in the group's Facebook page, so he can sort of still watch and comment on that, unless they've banned him. Oh, that's That's pretty bad. Yeah, good idea. And then you can join in the fun. And then, if you are watching, Alan, and I know you can't comment, but we are doing a Bucks Fizz next month. And this afternoon we went through next month's schedule. So there we go. Yes, I mean, if you haven't watched the 70s number ones, why not? It was a really good fun. Got interrupted by by She Who Can't Be Spoken To. Oh, thank you, Richard. Yes. My favourite Marillion track. Everyone should know that. Nope. I'm not going to say too much because I'm doing I'm doing something with Joe very shortly. So when his voice is better, he'll feature in that. So yeah, we've got the 80s to do. Someone's actually suggested the 90s. Now I might struggle to find 5 songs from the 90s I like, let alone 10. Yeah, Mick, I did think, I mean, your version was great because obviously, things were a little bit different in America. But yeah, Kung Fu, I remember Kung Fu Fighting. Great track. There were so many I had to leave off. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's a song I just don't like. I prefer the original. Oh, good choices, Stephen. Good choices. Very good choices. Hello, Richard. David's thrown down the gauntlet. He wants us to do. He's told. So, have you got anything from the 50s? I can think of loads of 50s songs and 60s songs I like. Matchstick Men. One Day at a Time. Oh, God. Yeah. No, it's pretty diverse music that Richard and myself covered on that. There is a playlist of all them songs. I didn't just put the top 10. I put the Bubbling Unders in as well because they were all great songs. And why is that, Richard? Wow, I didn't get just. When I saw Marillion, I don't think. Oh. That's no problem, Richard. I'll put you. I'll do all the covers. That's not a problem. I've actually done a novelty record retro ranking, Rob. I'm sure Dave will find the link to it. Anfield Wrap, yeah. Talking of that one, what Charles? This with the World Cup coming up, I thought I would do a retro ranking on football songs. You know, from clubs. You know, there you go. If you want to laugh, there's my top 10. I can't even remember what I put in it. I think I know what I put as number one. There'd be a there's a not controversial one, but it might offend people of a thing. Loads of money. I could do a review of the Half Man Half Biscuit, the Trumpton riots. I think that's got. Why did 90% of gargoyles look like Bob Todd? Classic track from the album. And the other one on there is Effing Hell, it's Fred Titmus. All plastics. Dickie Davis Eyes, yeah. Don't own the album, but I have heard it. Barron Knights. Hootsman, there's a moose loose about this hoose. Barron Knights. I've seen the Barron Knights. I saw them a couple of years ago. It's not the originals, but it was brilliant. Barron Knights were quality, and they did all their hits. Yeah, could do a thing on the Barron Knights. I'll tell you what I was watching the other night. Just before Lee's gone away, so I'm sort of looking after his Facebook page. But we was watching old Top of the Pops clips. How sad are we? And he was talking about the Seekers, and he says, "Well, you've got to do the new Seekers." So I might do the new Seekers because we was finding them songs, and there's some great harmony songs from the new Seekers as well. He's in full fettle tonight. Yes, what's up with you now? You know what he's doing? He's just sitting there barking at the door. Not the front door, the bedroom door. You can see that little bit of black there. That's him. Hey! Oh, it's neck and neck with the old 20 albums. God, that many. I might do a retro ranking on the Barron Knights for Christmas. The Wurzels, I've seen them as well. When I was at my lower school, so it would have been about probably my last year at my lower school. So it would have been the summer, June of '76. They played at our summer fete, the Wurzels. Yeah, well, just thinking what ones, Rob. I mean, was the one where they go, the one the Smurf songs. Well, no, they did the Smurf song. And there's a dentist in Birmingham. I remember. 21 albums. Good grief. Oh, yeah. That was on a moped, wasn't it? Ann and Joe or something. I might do annoying tracks as well. One that springs to mind straight away. Well, there's two songs. The Frog song. Oh, I can't stand that. Absolutely pile of dung eat, Maddies. And shed over your face. That kept status quo off top, I think the top. Or no, it cut Vienna off the top of the charts as well, I think. I don't know. It's Humble Pie, 11 albums. I don't know if they're in the list. I think they will be by the end of the night. Wow, we've got 10 people watching. That's brilliant. Yeah, I thought it was Vienna. Disgraceful. How can a brilliant record like Vienna be kept off by Was a Mario? Hey, got. Ugh. Now, many, many years ago, when I worked in a day centre for people with learning disabilities, we used to have summer fates. And we had an auction. And we'd got a load of really naff records, and there was a bid for the person to destroy it. There were three manners they could destroy it. Sledgehammer. And the most favourite one was blowtorch. Health and safety, you know, no health and safety. Blowtorch and did the Birdie song get to number one? That was another annoying record. How can a single like that become the 15th best-selling single? Disgraceful behaviour. Number two. Oh, God. Oh. There were some really good songs in the 80s, but there were some really bad ones. I remember, was it one of the musical youth songs? Dennis, come back with me apple pie. Oh, God. You ever, I mean, when I did the show, I mean, when I first heard that song, I thought this is a really good ballad. Oh, God, it's one of them songs that I never. Push pineapple, shake the tree. God. Small faces are winning. Now, talking about number twos, Richard, that'd be an interesting show as a follow-up to when we've done the 7 number ones. Could do our favourite number two songs, the ones that always get forgotten. So I've got loads of number twos. Time Warp. You leave the Time Warp alone. I love that. Golden Brown was number two for. Talking of the Stranglers, they're coming up on a marathon very, very shortly. In fact, I think it's the week after next. Agadoo. Agadoo. Oh. Oh, Jolly D. I think we've hit a good thing on these top tens of things. I mean, I could have done a whole video on my favourite songs from any year in the 70s. That's what I'm looking forward to when we do the restructure in December, doing a year's chart of that week, which I'm looking forward to. Yeah, but he hasn't. Well, Rob, he's done them on his own, but he hasn't do the new Baddiel and Skinner. McCook and Skinner now. Who needs Baddiel and Skinner when you've got McCook and Skinner? I can't remember who put that in the comments. Death metal. Yeah, more like Laurel and Hardy. Yeah, there was one more I think there's one that I put in my bubbling unders that Richard cringed at. That was Whispering Grass. Oh, that's saying something. I think the heaviest. As you've seen that about that, Richard. I think the heaviest band that I've ranked, and it was a bit out of my comfort zone, and that was Venom. I mean, Venom was a tough one for me. So was Captain Beefheart. When I was doing the research on it, I looked to see what the best albums. And the Trout one, you see this how good it is. I can't even remember its full title. I want to know how that album people rave about it. I've never heard such a. I've got Nick Cave to cut through, yeah. Oh dear. I'm sure some of you do this on purpose for me. My brain ache. But yeah, I mean, I did like some of the Captain Beefheart ones, but my God, didn't he put out some naff ones? But he did very well, and I don't mind because a lot of people have watched that video. I think quite a few people watched that video. Let's go back to the thing. Yeah, 130 people watched that one. James Last, as in the man with the baton. Yeah, we've got an interesting classic album coming up in October, but it's there for a reason because it is a classic album and it's sold by the bucket load. Henry Mancini. Got quite a few songs by him. If you're into your soundtracks, there is the Vangelis one that I did this week. That's pretty good. Yeah, I've been sorting out some stuff for the new shows. Johnny Depp, oh God, no chance. Bad enough doing that Jeff Beck with him. What? Anyway. Bob Dylan. I don't mind Bob Dylan, but as you know, when I hear people cover Bob Dylan, I always say they're better than Bob Dylan's. No, there's one or two Bob Dylan songs I don't mind. But sometimes when he sings, he sounds like a Hoover. You know, go away. If I do a Bob Dylan, I think I might just do Bob Dylan retro ranking and pick my favourite 10 songs by Bob Dylan. Because I really don't think I can manage a full album ranking. Yes, that's a good one. I've got loads. I've got loads of Bob Dylan covers on my albums. Crazy Horse, I'm sure that's going to be on the list. I might do it sometime between now and the end of the world. We are getting through your requests. The thing is, when it comes up, you're surprised. And that's why Dave's now in charge of that, because I'd forget to add to the list. Yeah, so someone was saying to me, are you going to do the Osmonds at some stage? Because you seem to cover quite a lot. Anyway, I was talking about what was doing. I mean, the producers, I've got 2 or 3 that I've thought up. The DVD, Blu-ray sort of things. There's quite a lot that I like that are actually on YouTube. I did watch a great one the other night, which sort of you'll hear more about next week when we do Foreigner. But I might actually review the video because the video is even better. Okay, Richard, thanks for dropping in. I'll email you tomorrow. We can have a discussion. You're going to put a muzzle on my dog? Good luck with that one. Yes, Joe. Focus is on the list, I think. I'm sure Focus is on the list. I'll do a bit of a spoiler for you, Joe. One of Focus's albums is going to be in our video on the Long Prog songs, and I'm sure you'll know which one that is, Joe. Yeah, Rob, if you can get within 3 foot of Rocky putting a muzzle on, you'll do well. I'm just going to go and sort him out. Talk amongst yourselves. What's up? What? What? You got water? Yeah, I bet it's the same one as me, Joe. Anyway, Joe, I did like your book review. Very good. Say too much, Charles? Maybe, maybe not. I actually put that list together, the top 10. And I put it in my playlist, and it took about 5 hours to listen to it. So I think the shortest track on that is actually about 16 minutes. Right, come here, you noisy Arab. And here he comes. Come here. You're making so much noise. Come here. I ain't got nothing. God, he's always on the cadge. Bob Dylan, good grief. 39? Well, that's going to have to be split up. I remember the Partridge Family because it used to be on over here as well. A bit of David Cassidy. Yes, it will. Partridge Family. Yeah, why not? Childhood memories. Loads of things to go on the list tonight. When Dave emails me them, the list just gets longer and longer and longer. And I said, I always thought, what would happen if I run out of bands? But I don't think I'll ever run out. Favorite compilation albums? Now that's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah. What I'll do, I'll tell you when I'll do that. I'll do that because, like last Christmas, in between Christmas and New Year, I'll do some specials, and that'll be one of them. Because there are some really good compilation albums out there that I mean, I've got some that I really love off the top of my head, in no particular order. What I did on my vacation, that's a good thing. Me and Gillan, that's a good one. No Remorse, of course. Yeah, you're probably right, Charles. But music is good. You're going back to the compilation albums. That's a good one. Obviously, I've got a Slade greatest hits. Deep Purple, the anthology I've got as well. That's pretty good. Now, where would you cook Mike Oldfield boxed? Well, I'll continue until I'm too frail to do this, no doubt. And you'll be still adding to the list. Yeah, once I've listened to one band, I have to. Oh, that's a good. I've heard that. Yeah, I bet your list is as long as. I'd love to. I mean, we never keep track of who actually puts it. I suppose we should now and see who comes up with the most ideas. I think Charles must be one of the. You must be one of the person that has come up with so many requests. It's Live on Mars soundtrack. Yeah, that's a good album. That's got some really good stuff on it. You did, Charles. You did get me to the Cocteau Twins. I don't know what Christmas special I'm doing. I'm going now. As you know, I'm a bit of a Monty Python fan, and I've got a really, really special retro ranking for Christmas. I'm going to do one on my favourite songs by Monty Python. Because I've got, what have I got on Monty Python? Well, I've got all the TV shows, I've got all the films, I've got all their live videos, I've got all their albums. So I'm a bit sad, really, but I love some of their songs there. So if you're offended, don't listen, watch, because some of my favourite songs are actually some of the rudest. So there's lots of little things I'm going to do up towards Christmas. Again, for Christmas, I might even bring back an album art review just for Christmas, and to see if we can find any more Christmas album covers we didn't cover last Christmas. Yeah, Galaxy Song is really, really fun. Great song. The Nolans. They were pretty good looking in their day. I I had a thing for Stevie Nicks, especially when Rumours come out. And Susie Quattro. Nolan's for the list. I don't know. Stephen, are we doing a Nolan's ranking? Kate Bush. Yeah, I've done Kate Bush. Not literally, of course. I think she's still very nice now. I've ranked all her albums, but I don't think I've done my favourite songs by Kate Bush, or have I? I can't remember. Got another ladies' day next week. Week after next, sorry. That's an interesting one. Kate Bush will be featured on the Through the Camera. I'm sure the video's still on. I hope it's on YouTube. I've got a live recording of it that someone did me. I had a friend that worked in a place where he could used to copy videos onto discs. Instead of putting it on a DVD, he put it on a CD for me. The show that she did at Hammersmith Odeon. Well, he hasn't contacted me yet, Charles. Hasn't mentioned it to me. With Martin Popoff, yeah, Martin, as he knows, his knowledge of Kate Bush is pretty good. Right, his lordship needs to go out. I'm coming. I'm coming. God. Yeah, Stephen Reed is good. He responds to some of the things I put on when they do the UK connection. There's some bands that he's mentioned that I've seen. Yeah, he doesn't care though. I mean, it's like my Captain Beefheart. I expected more people giving me a hard time for that, but they haven't. It's like the Muse one when I absolutely caned Will of the People, because I did cane it. I was expecting a huge backlash, but I didn't. That's why I'm doing a Muse album artwork to praise them a little bit. Oh, someone did, Charles. They told me I got the list the wrong way round. But why would you? I mean, I have never heard such a load of garbage. Some of the playing on that, as I said on the video, it's like giving a load of instruments to a load of kids and they just bash away at it. Oh. How the hell people think that's the best thing he ever did? They got, oh, they certainly need to go and get their ears tested because it was just a noise. Yeah, don't listen to it, Charles. Save yourself. But the ones at the top, especially them top three, I would go and listen to because they're not bad albums. And the other one I don't like is Lick My whatever it is. I want to say Lick My Love Pump, but that's Spinal Tap. At least at a quarter to. Yeah, it's you're right. You're right, Charles. It's highly rated, but then again, I mean, it's like the show that Martin and Pete did the other week about we us YouTubers when we put their people the best at the most acclaimed albums at the bottom of our rankings, we always get stick. Doesn't matter which channel it is. If you put something that people think should be at the top and we don't put it at the top, we all get hammered for it. I mean, my favourite one is, oh, you put this at the bottom, so I switched off. Or someone once put, yeah, but this is their best album. No, it's not. Just because the critics think it's the best album, it's not my favourite album. It's like when we did next week the Alice Cooper solos. I might get some stick for that because there's some of Alice's solo stuff that I cannot abide. But I do like some of his other stuff. I think it's with any music. I mean, there's some people that get really, really, really. I don't know, Stephen. You haven't caned me yet. I know you've had some of your comments, but you've never been rude. Muse is a fine example. They've just released some garbage in the last 5 or 6 years. But I mean, you must. I mean, you hear me on when we go through the big lists. When it comes to 80s and some of the rock, it's just garbage. I know I sound like an old record, but it is total garbage. Some of the stuff. Yeah, it is an epic. It's a bit of a mixed bag. Yeah, I agree. I quite like listening to that. But I take when I rank these albums, I take them on the merit and I listen to them. When I sit and listen to them, I've always got a bit of paper. What I do, I'll write down the track listing on a bit of paper. And I use sort of I've got this code that I know. So I look at a song individually. I look at if it's got a good solo on it, if it's melodic. And that's how I rank it. And then I tot it up. And that's how I get my rankings. It's how I hear it. Some albums I don't need to because especially some of the ones I really love, I don't need to. But ones I don't really know, you have to sit and listen to it and really. Yeah, I did watch it. Yeah, Pete Pardo's always been a big fan of the Uli Roth era. I don't mind it, but I think I went with Simon Bray with his Top. I think I did. Let's have a look in my book. Because it's hand to hand. Scorpions. Yeah, it's on the second place. See, my favourite Scorpions album is Blackout, followed by Animal Magnetism. Yeah, Blackout and Animal Magnetism's mine because that's where I came in. The bottom ones, my least favourites, are Eye to Eye because I just can't stand that album. It's a load of garbage and Pure Instinct. There's nothing good I can say about Pure Instinct. Crap cover, crap songs. But what I do like is the new album, Rock Believer. The more I listen to it, the more I like it. On my wild card was Wide Live. I love Tokyo Tapes. I think Worldwide Live. Now, I saw the Scorpions at Nebworth Park when it absolutely peed a rain all day. And when Scorpions come down, it was absolutely teeming down, but no one cared because we was all freaking out to the Scorpions. I saw some great bands that day. That must be my second favourite festival. Obviously, my favourite festival was the Garden Party. Well, but the Nebworth Fair, I saw some great bands that day. I saw Alaska. I saw Mountain. I saw Blackfoot, Mama's Boys, UFO, Meatloaf, Scorpions, and Deep Purple in one day. Heck of a day. To see Mountain was fantastic, and Alaska and Blackfoot. I mean, I hadn't heard any of Blackfoot stuff up until then, and from that gig onwards, I've really been into Blackfoot. Yes, I will do an album ranking of Blackfoot. It's on my list. No, I love Worldwide Live. It's an absolute belter. Yeah, I actually bought their greatest hits in Boston, USA. And I know what Dave brought as well. He bought a CD in the same shop. I think was we in Cambridge, Dave? I think you got Rick Wakeman live at the King Biscuit Hour. Talking to Mr. Rick Wakeman. He's after we've done Vangelis. Who's coming up next? The solo career of Mr. Rick Wakeman split up into about 5 million parts. Yeah, it was a great little shop. I could have spent loads of money in there because there's a lot of stuff in there that you couldn't get over here. When I went to Chicago, I brought some interesting stuff. Didn't buy anything in Florida, though. I want to go to what's the name of the guy on the Hudson Valley Square? Steve. He's got a record shop and he's got a pinball, loads of pinballs. I want to go and have a play on them. Steve Keel, that's it. If I'm ever in up that way, I'm going to go to his shop. Rock Fantasy, yeah. That looks an amazing place. Well, this traffic jam's going down rather well. Sorry, it's an idea I nicked off the UK connection, but hey ho. They drink some interesting beer. I do always like Stephen Reed's choice. Well, folks, I'm starting to feel tired. I've had a busy day, so I want to go and have some relaxation because I got back from the funeral. I like the Trooper Ale. The pub near me used to sell it. The Rock Bar at King Billy sells it. Anyway, I'm going to love and leave you all now because I am quite tired. But tomorrow I got another live album ranking, and it's another request. This one again from Mick. We're going to look at the live albums of the fantastic Grand Funk Railroad. Also got a new album tomorrow. Be looking at the new album from the legend that is Ozzy Osbourne, Patient Number 9. And there is a great interview with him and Sharon talking about how they made the album on YouTube. Go and check that out. Right, I'm going to go and ring. No, I'm not going to go and ring Rocky's neck. I'm just going to give him some fuss because I think that's what he's been left on his own quite most of the day. So he's not had any fuss today. I will see you all next week. But what was I going to say? I've totally forgotten. There's age for you. But I'll be back next week at 8 o'clock. Keep your messages. Keep your everyone. Come on. And for you guys, if you want to go and look for Ranking the Obscure Facebook page, there's a group and there's a page. If you want to get all this information that Dave's giving out, come and join the group because he puts a lot of information on that page. I'll put it in the description box. Probably not tonight. I'll pop it in tomorrow. So, bye-bye for now, and I'll see you all next week.